Hi, I'm Catherine Hartliff, and I'm the creator of Hagens World. And you want to know what Hagens World is? This is Hagens World. It's my book series I'm writing. I've been writing since 1999, since I came to Germany. And I started writing because, of course, I didn't know the language, and I didn't have many friends. I was always at home. So I decided to start writing books, and I decided to write Hagens World because I felt alien here in Germany, so why not write about aliens? That's how it all actually started. Anyway, Hagen is a 17-year-old alien from the planet Amular. He's a Krypton, and when he turns 21, he will be king. And before he becomes king, he wants to travel around the universe, the Fraxta galaxy, and also he'll travel towards the Milky Way, where Earth is, to find the greatest treasure. And each planet doesn't have a specific golden thing or the charms. It can be something different. That he just wants to know what is the greatest treasure on that planet. And he does find out in each planet. And you will too if you read it, because I'm not going to tell you what they are. Anyway, the second book, of course, the first book, he goes to Tanster, and he meets the Gullators, this is an eagle-type monkey kind of monster. Well, alien, not monster. They're very nice. They're very powerful. And he has a great adventure there. He finds hidden tunnels and a hidden city, a city that was lost. And he finds the greatest treasure. He also finds his long-lost grandmother and his uncle, which was from the planet Amular. They had to leave. They were thrown out of the planet. And he finds out all these reasons, hidden secrets and stuff like that. So the book has a lot of drama. And because while he was there, guess what? His friend Slent gets captured by, the humans. They're taking things without asking. Anyway, he decided, okay, let me go to Earth for the next planet to see what the greatest treasure is. Read the book and find out what the greatest treasure is. Anyway, he goes to Earth and he meets Hank. And Hank is on Earth in Las Vegas. And it is now after World War III. The Earth is rebuilding after the World War III war, the nuclear war, which today everyone's terrified of. I'm not saying it will happen, but I'm just saying this was my thinking of the story. Aliens, transformation, a lot of people were deformed from the nuclear war and stuff like that. There is a lot of new characters and creatures in this book. I have a animal that I make called a Dawson. It's an actual dragon and horse type looking creature. And there's a few others. Like I said, I will make a separate video for those, for the animals. And the third book is this one here. He goes home and he gets married to this little cutie. Her name is Binky. And guess what? That is a nickname for my daughter, Bianca. So, like I said, I had to use names of people that I know, or I looked online for special names that are, people never heard of and stuff like that. And actually, the name Hagen came from is actually from the city here in Germany called Hagen. We visited there, and that name came up to my head. I just decided to use it. And then the fourth book is this one here. They visit the planet Pluto because that's where this dwarf is from. It's called a Sharon dwarf, and he's from Pluto. And very tinkled kind of people, but they use a lot of runes. And runes, not ruins. Runes. And they meet a lot of new people there, too. And they end up discovering a new planet that they never heard on, that wasn't even on the planet Rasta, and the new characters come in this one too. I am now working on the fifth book, which is from the planet Venus, the planet of love. And I'm just saying this book is all about, the gods and goddess decided to make a planet of their own, their home on a planet. And there's a lot of descendants from them on this planet, grew and whatever and so forth and so on. But with the gods and goddesses, of course, the shadows, the evil part of the gods and gods follow behind them. And of course, this number, book 5, is mostly about this planet and the scenarios that goes on, what happens there. And of course, Hagen's there, and he's trying to help, because Hagen himself has a lot of power. He learned it from his own planet. He didn't realize that he was the prophet from his own planet. He finds out in book 3 that he's the prophet. And like I said, the book keeps the story keeps going on, and I know it's a really good story, but it doesn't sell. Why? Because I don't do marketing, and I'm trying to do that now. I'm trying to make videos, trying to push out and let people please share, like. I'm sorry there's no dramatic and killings and shootings and stuff like that, videos that I make. This is basically a book for families. It's not, I can't explain it. When I notice there's a lot of videos going out there, I watch some videos sometimes on TikTok and stuff like that, and there's so much violence on these videos. And you see a lot of people doing just stupid stuff, and they get thousands of likes. I don't know if they're real likes or they're real followers on them. But that's why I decided. I have Instagram, I have TikTok, and then I have a YouTube channel, which I made a new one. And it's, like I said, on here, you can check it out. Just write my name, Catherine Hartliff, and you'll find lots of things about Instagram and stuff like that on there. And you can write Catherine Hartliff Books if you want, whatever. All I'm asking is that you guys please share this video, like it, and go check out my books. The books are great. And I also have a lot of other ones. I have written a book about not vampires, werewolves. And there's a one first part and second part. And then also Evil Within. I wrote The Orphan, there is so many other books that I have written out there, but my main baby is Hagens World. And I would really appreciate it if you could please share this, like it, and try to make these videos, my other videos about Hagens World, have them go viral. It doesn't have to be this one that I'm talking about. I just want Hagens World to go bam, it's not the money. I just want the people to see how I think the books are so good. Maybe they need to be more ghost written by other people who are profis, because I'm not a professional writer. I am an amateur writer, and I just write what I think. The stories come out, and I write it, and I use Word to help me make sure that the sentences are correct, or of course. Right now I've been writing for so long, Word, I sometimes it doesn't even tell me I made a mistake, because I do it correct now. Practice makes perfect, they say. Anyway, this is my tedious long video I made to let people know about Hagens World. And I will make another video, other videos about my other books that I've written to let you know what those are about. But like I said, go check out Hagens World. Look at this one, how thick it is, It's like I said, these are really good books. So check them out. Go on to Amazon. That's the only place you can buy it, sadly. And if you do get one, please, if you like it, write a review on the book area that you purchased the book, of course. And also write a comment and let me know what you think. If you think this should be changed or that should be changed, let me know. Criticism doesn't hurt anything. Bye, and thank you.